So, welcome to a new RPG chat with my friend Bret here. And we have to kind of talk about how we met and what we're going to talk about today. We thought we'd do a big RPG chat. And where did we originally meet?
Originally, we met at an Apple store at Metrotown a couple years back.
Yeah, in Vancouver here.
Yeah.
And he came up to me and he's like, hey, I watched the show. And the thing that got me about you, you said you're a big Shin Megami Tensei fan.
Huge.
Yeah, and so we started to chat after that and had some really good conversations about video games. And I thought, hey, come on the show and we'll talk about it here. And he has a channel called SharkPig Gaming. He has 105 subscribers. So definitely check him out down below. Let's do him a big one and subscribe to his channel because he's a big RPG guy. He's just getting started on YouTube and let's go try to help him out. So I thought we'd just have an RPG chat today. And I thought I'd take you back into the past to your childhood and what made you become a big video game fan, a big RPG fan, I should say. Where did you first get into RPGs?
All right, so when I was in elementary school,
Yeah.
I had a friend. He's got a channel now, Retro
Yeah.
Adam. He had Legend of or Secret of Mana,
Yeah.
and you know the box art on that.
Oh, it's incredibly iconic with
Yeah.
the tree and the characters looking up at the tree.
It's the art that made me want to buy that game before
Yeah.
I even saw the gameplay. So when I actually got to play the game, it was a whole other world. I had never experienced anything like that before. We played that, and then as I saw the whole leveling up systems, I thought this is pretty cool. I must have been, 11.
11? And
Yeah.
you're like in your 40s
I'm
now?
40 now. Oh man.
Yeah, time goes by quick, right?
It does.
It really does.
Especially since COVID.
Yeah, exactly. So you start playing this game, you kind of have this kind of cool experience with it, and then where do you kind of go from there?
From there, I went through droughts in gaming as you kind of get old. Money's short when you're a kid.
Oh,
right?
it's for everybody.
For
it is.
everyone.
Yeah.
And as you kind of pick things up as you go, you kind of pick up other stuff. So fast forward a few years, you've got Final Fantasy VII. The hype behind that game was immense.
And so, were you looking at Final Fantasy VII? You're coming off were you coming off Secret of Mana? You got into the PlayStation?
I mean, there was Pokemon in the middle.
Yeah.
Like red and green or blue.
Did you get into that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
If I had the Pokemon card still.
Oh my god.
Don't even, yeah.
Yeah, you were at that age. I was just a little bit older, and so Pokemon at that time I kind of passed on. But for a whole generation, your generation, and even after that, crazy for
Yeah.
I think it made a lot of people RPG players.
I think
Pokemon
so.
did, it's like, oh, it's cutesy creatures, but it's like, wait, there's RPG combat going
There's
on.
so much value in a game that's worth the same as an 8-hour platformer.
Yeah.
And you can lose yourself.
Especially with a big RPG. We'd finish an action game in an hour or two. Some games will last for 10 to 100 hours.
Yeah.
And that's great. For RPGs now, I like them to be a little shorter. My wife loves gigantic 100-hour games. But so you were waiting for Final Fantasy VII, and kind of what happened there?
Yeah, so the first thing I saw in Final Fantasy VII was an EGM. There was a 2-page spread.
Right.
It was of the Shinra.
Oh, yeah, building.
And I was like, your brain as a kid just goes wild thinking about
The
what
imagination.
is this going on. You see the cinematics, the previews.
Yeah.
And then I heard the music.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm a music guy.
Yeah.
Right? So if it hits the right chord with me, I'm in. And then I actually saw the gameplay it was on early websites.
Right.
Right? So I'm
Yeah.
seeing screenshots and yeah, I was in. And then I didn't actually get to play Final Fantasy VII for
Yeah.
many years after that. Again, money's short as a kid. But I was at Encore Video Games, right? And I saw Persona Revelations.
No, I got mine back here.
Yeah?
Over here, yeah.
It's over there somewhere.
It's over here somewhere. Yeah, I think it's actually here.
Oh, you have the original. Oh, there it is. That's what I had.
So what brought you to this game?
All right, so may I touch?
Oh, yes.
All right, this is a valuable
course.
piece of equipment here. When I saw this game, it was a combination of things. The cover was kind of mysterious, it's got a little bit of something about it. The dungeon crawling screenshots in the back, the description of the game itself.
Yeah.
Again, I'm a very imaginative person, so
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this thinking, man, I don't see any coverage of this in game magazines.
No, it was very
It was
underground.
so underground.
Yeah.
I see no coverage. All I can use is my imagination, and kids to adults on this. I'm surprised by that rating on this because they're very mature games.
Yeah.
And I saved up some lunch money. I didn't eat lunch for a good couple.
Oh, I used to do that myself back in the day. Yeah.
And
get off the dust off this. Yeah.
It was $40, and right now it's I think about $600, brand new, good condition.
Yeah, it's about $600-700 for good old Persona here.
Yeah.
And you know, for me, this game is like, it's really weird.
Persona, the power to call on others within you. Sometimes merciful, sometimes cruel. These cells are embedded deep within your soul.
It's amazing that we got a Persona game over here. But I remember reading about it in like a Game Fan magazine or it was an EGM at the time. I'm like, oh, Persona, and this looks dark, and it's an RPG and all this. I like the character designs. I loved everything about it, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
No.
You went in a video game store back then. There was no Persona. I went into the Real Canadian Superstore on King George Highway, and I walked in there, and they had a video game section, and it was there, and it was expensive. And here's the crazy thing, I think I mentioned on the show before. Unfortunately, my dad had just passed away as I got this game, and the game had come out, and I picked it up, and this game haunts me of that time period.
Yeah.
Putting it in, because the eerie music opens up, it's like church music, it's like... It's like, oh my god, and
I mean,
the whole
opening cinematic.
with the
just
butterfly
weird.
and all that.
Standing there with the mask. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, and it's like, and this game. I remember Rob coming over, and we just. I know this sounds funny. I'm not like some big religious person or anything like that, but we really thought this game was very satanic. This game was too satanic.
I mean, all the demons you're recruiting.
All the demons. I mean, it was wild.
But the conversations are hilarious.
Yes, yeah. They were so strange.
Have you noticed you carry more than one you in yourself?
And I must admit, I don't particularly love the gameplay itself. You may differ from me. That's okay.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because this is a grind fest like no other.
No other. Like no other. I was used to that then.
Yeah.
And I'm playing this game. I'm like, this is totally insane. The dungeons are crazy. The amount of combat.
But you know, one memory I have with this game that really got me invested in the series was, you know, in Port Moody where I lived. I used to have to walk down to the public library, which was a 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
Whenever I got stuck in the game, I'd have to go down there, use half an hour logins on the internet, write down what I had to do next, walk back home.
Oh my god.
So the investment was there emotionally.
Yes. So you finished this game? No. You know what? The funny thing is, neither have I. I got pretty much near the end, but it was just too much for me. And I'm like, you know, there's another shiny RPG that's a lot easier to play, but yet... And I think we can both say this was the germ that kind of started the addiction into it. And as we got into the Persona series over the years, it got cooler and cooler, and the games got better and better. So what happened to you after Persona here?
After Persona, I had my eyes set on Earthbound.
Oh.
I never got it, though. Never got it.
So you wanted to get it?
Yes, my life is a history of wants, needs, haves, and never got around to getting.
My God.
You know, and I think we can probably both experience that.
Right.
But after Persona, I was so stuck on this series.
Yeah.
I was looking for anything I could find.
An obsession.
Obsession, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, this leads into the thing where I buy a lot of games that maybe aren't super well known at the time. Maybe they're imports. Or like there's one I'm playing right now called World of Horror, which is...
Oh yeah, I have that too. It's pretty cool. Yeah,
it's fantastic.
It's very fantastic.
Very RNG, but it's...
Yeah. But I loved it that one person basically made that entire game.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and the combat and the music, and it's a nice underground game. I think it's become a little bit more well known now.
I think it got some coverage.
I want to get the soundtrack from Fan Gamer.
So good.
It's really good.
So good.
It's really cool.
One of the things that I really like about gaming now is that it's got a lot of RPG elements in almost everything. I think we're spoiled for choice when it comes to what we have to do.
Yeah.
So growing up, I looked for things that had aspects of role-playing in them. So there's some weird ones like Tale of the Sun, if you've ever heard of that one before. It's a weird one, right?
Yeah, right.
And there's no replay value there whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's a lost game. Diablo 2, but again, that's sort of a different console stuff going on there, but I got really sucked into that. Action RPGs became a big thing for a while.
I am overburdened.
And there was a game called Tecmo's Deception, which was one of my top dogs too.
Oh, is that the NES game?
No, Tecmo's Deception was PlayStation 1. Basically,
Deception.
you're framed for killing the king. And what happens is you get executed, pray to the devil to be resurrected to take revenge on your captors or killers.
Interesting. Okay.
So you're in this mansion, this palace, and you eventually start to be able to build new rooms and upgrade your stats.
Oh, is it you trying to kill?
Yes.
Okay.
Traps.
I for some reason I said NES, but I was thinking of Uninvited, and I don't know why you went there. But then as soon as you said that, I remember you set up all the traps. You're trying to kill the people. I remember now.
So there's a role playing aspect to that too. So I was in a really exploratory, adventurous area of my gaming time, right?
Yeah.
And then I reeled it right back again at just the perfect time. I just started a job. I was graduated at this point in my life, and I just started a job, same company I'm with now, and I saw in the EB Games in North Vancouver, big poster stand up for Digital Devil Saga.
Oh, yeah, I got mine here.
So I see it right there, man.
Yeah, it's right here. I'm not pulling this off. Everything will be toppling off. That game was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. And there's 2 games that came out, and you could get the slipcase for both of them.
And I sold it a long time. I got it back though. I rebought a bunch of my stuff.
Yeah, but that game was like, that was a difficult game as well.
It was probably the more accessible of the SMT games.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no dungeon or demon capturing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
You eat the souls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I can tell you my favorite RPG, it comes from a place of like intense nostalgia, but also connection to the game.
Yeah.
It's Digital Devil Saga 1.
Really?
It is.
That music. I still listen to that music to this day. It's like it's really good stuff.
It's amazing.
And I think honestly, Atlas in the future is they're gonna bring out they'll bring out a remaster, guys. There's definitely it's the one game series that they've never brought out again. It came out on PS2, by the way. So we're expecting that in the future, whenever. I don't know.
I'm not bummed about Rido coming out, but I'm really waiting for this.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that it's definitely going to be coming.
Yeah.
They got this in the backlog. Yeah. So if anybody doesn't know about it, do some research about it, because I'm sure it'll be coming out in the next few years, for sure.
You mentioned the music.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what I did. I remember it so intensely. I was in my basement of my parents' place, and I was playing the game. And as it opens up to the main home base.
Yes, I remember.
There's a song called Milad.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to this. I'm like, I had to stop playing for like 15 minutes. I was just listening to this song. That opened up a whole new musical avenue for me. It inspired me to search for like lounge music and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So a game's music kind of made you kind of discover a different genre of music.
Yes.
And that's the power of video games. It's not just like, I played a video game, it was fun. It's like, there's art to these games.
There's so much.
The character designs, the world settings, the music choices, and Atlas has just always knocked it out of the park for the Shin Megami Tensei series, the Persona series. They're unbelievable, their music choices over time. It's Metaphor Fantasio. Wow.
And here's the worst part, though. When it comes to RPGs, I am a true believer that you don't need to finish every game you have.
No, I believe that as long as you enjoy the game, it's a personal experience for you. It depends on, there's people that I know that are completionists. They have to finish everything and collect everything in some games. I'm not that guy. For me, I like to do the bare bones minimum and get to the end of an RPG. That's personally me. I know, and some of the old Atlas games, I don't blame anybody for not finishing them because they're difficult.
Yeah.
And they're grind fests, and it takes the committed of the committed to do it. I think, I believe Atlas games have become a lot easier over the years. I feel Metaphor Fantasio was a real, that was a pushing it. I mean, that game got really challenging near the end.
You've got difficulty levels you can select now.
Yeah.
You know, New Game Plus is always the thing that they introduced me to New Game Plus.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you can beat the game and go back like completely God mode, you know, just crush through it the second time.
Yeah.
But I just don't have the time anymore.
Yeah.
And Atlas is releasing new games. It seems like every
Oh,
month.
dude! I mean, I remember Kim complaining when she was over 100 hours in Metaphor Fantasio. She's like, "I'm not even scratching the surface."
You know, I haven't even finished Persona 3 Reload yet.
Oh my God,
I'm
Kim!
still going through that.
Kim did 97 hours in that one.
I'm at 123.
I don't know. You can talk to Kim afterwards about it.
I'm not gonna talk to Kim.
Yeah, she just did every single mission you can do. I've always thought that the Shin Megami Tensei series and Persona were underground games.
Always, yeah.
They always were.
Even today, to a degree, because they don't
To a
put
certain
Shin Megami
degree.
Tensei on the game box anymore.
Yeah. But I think they're way more, like, look at Metaphor Refantasio, so like 2 million copies.
Yeah.
And so the games are doing really, really well nowadays compared to what they used to. Well, in the West, anyways. In Japan, they always had this niche audience. But, starting with Persona 1 here, it was very, very underground. And it's nice to see where they've come to now.
Yeah. You remember the Dreamcast, of course?
Of course.
Yeah, my baby.
Mine too.
Grandia, too.
Oh, yeah.
Was my go-to at one point as well.
Did you ever play Grandia 1?
No. On Saturn, right?
No, well, it came on Saturn in Japan.
Right.
Came on PS1 for us over here.
That's it.
And then we got a collection a couple of years ago now, but you got to go and do 1.
I will. It's on the list.
It's an older game, but I mean, when I was playing it in like 1999, it was awesome, it was like so cool and all that. But the Dreamcast version of 2 was awesome.
Yeah.
I remember I have many good memories of Rob going over and playing that.
Do you ever like miss playing these games on a CRT?
Yes, for sure. I as soon as you mentioned Grandia 2, it reminded me of my 36-inch Sony Wega. Yeah. I'm playing it on there, and we were marveling because I had S-Video. And it was like, oh, this was the best picture you could ever get.
It'll never look better than this.
It'll never look better than this in 4K TVs and all the stuff we have now. And that's why I never complain about things now. Like when I'm playing some games, I mean, people are like, oh no, this game has not enough frames, frame rate and all that stuff. I'm like, dude, we played in CRT TVs and terrible pictures and all that kind of stuff. I'm very thankful for anything looking 4K now. I'm like, whoa.
Definitely.
Even movies.
Oh, I know.
I used to watch like crappy VHS movies, and it was nice back then, but I mean, now when I'm watching a movie, I'm like, oh, I'm only watching it in 1080p. I mean, I'm becoming like a bit of a snob, but I still appreciate the technology where it's come to now.
Definitely.
For sure. But yeah, those good old days of playing like Grandia on a
Yeah.
TV back then were like amazing.
These guys were no real challenge.
There was one game for the Saturn that I've totally missed talking about. Dark Savior was the game that I spent a lot of time on, and I did not understand what was going on because there's weird time things going on.
Right.
You got to beat it a second time or a third time to get the full story, and I was lost after.
It was wild too, like 3D rotation of those games. Like we were like in awe of that. I forget if that was by the Landstalker team or no. I don't quite remember. But I remember that was like the big game on the Saturn for action RPG fans back then. It was crazy.
Shining the Holy Ark.
Oh, all of those.
Yeah.
All of those. Dragon Force.
Dragon Force.
Yeah, that's another great game.
Legendary game.
It's a legendary game. That was like the big strategy game back then. I remember Rob back then went to a Salvation Army, and in the display case, they had a Saturn and all of the RPGs and all the things, and he lined up at like 5 in the morning. And he got there and he got to be the first in, so he bought everything.
Seriously?
Yeah, back in the day before the bad times of collecting in used video games. I mean, in Salvation Armies and all that kind of stuff. You can't find things like that anymore.
No, you
and
can't.
in secondhand stores, no. They put it all into eBay right away. They're not stupid anymore.
No.
But he got all that for like a couple $100. It was a steal.
Kills me inside.
Oh, it does me too. So let's go back.
All right.
Why did you not get Earthbound?
Okay, well, the first time I saw Earthbound was at a Save on Foods grocery store. They used to have a little entertainment center.
Yes, I remember.
You remember that?
For kids.
Yeah. So they had all the video game stuff in there, and it was a little dark, little tucked away spot.
Yeah.
So I used to go in there when my mom was doing the grocery shopping.
Yeah.
And I used to sit there, and I remember distinctly seeing the Gold Star and Panasonic 3DO boxes.
Oh.
And I saw the big old Earthbound box sitting up there, just full display.
Oh, let's bring her out. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
And I remember it was expensive. Because cartridges back then were.
I remember paying like $80 to $90 for this, something, maybe even $100.
Yeah.
I remember buying a lot of games back then and giving a $100 bill, and I swear getting a cent back. Especially for Chrono Trigger, I remember it was $99 at the store I bought it from.
Yeah.
Like, what was it about the game?
Do you want to hear the real story?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I was really into horror movies and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So there's this whole concept of the term Earthbound being a soul that's stuck on Earth, and it's usually a horror trope or a theme.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and so being a 9-year-old kid who's just really into horror, I thought, oh, that that's really interesting. I wonder what's it all about. My
like a
mind's
horror
going
thing.
crazy again.
Yeah.
Right? And then I saw screenshots in the game magazines.
And it didn't turn you off?
It didn't turn me
That's
on.
great.
It didn't turn me on.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It to me, it looked like an old NES game. In those
Yeah.
shots. And as a kid who's in this, in the Super Nintendo, Genesis, Saturn era, I'm like, that looks like an old game.
But yet it feels like it's still on a modern console, Super Nintendo at the time.
Yeah, but like being a dumb kid,
Yeah.
I didn't see the value behind what the game was.
Yeah.
I just saw the graphics, and
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. A lot of people did that. That's why it was in the discount bins.
That's right.
After that, and now it's worth like not that it's about the money, but now it's so renowned that it's like worth like $3,000.
It's an iconic.
It's an iconic thing now. And people pay it because they love the game. They want to own the game. They want a piece of that history. I'm so glad I just went and bought it day one at Willow Video Games in Surrey. I was just like, hey, cool.
Willow's still there too, hey?
Well, they're in Langley still, but the one that in Surrey's gone.
Oh, okay.
Long gone. That's why I got my copy of Streets of Rage back in the day and all that great stuff. But I mean, I just walked in there and just bought Earthbound. I was just like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I did. Well, even when I was playing it, I remember there was not a lot of hype for it. I thought I was playing it. I saw the value in it. I saw like a Goonies style adventure, and then you started listening to the music. You're like, this is whimsical.
Yeah.
This is like on another level. I've been thinking about it a lot lately that I really hope Nintendo really goes back to the Mother series. And yes, it's called Earthbound over here. We all know that. But they bring it out over here again, though. They bring out a new installment and bring out the old games so we can play those. I really want, even if you call it Mother over here, I guess they're so concerned it's not going to sell well. It's not a big game for them.
Yeah.
They have no idea. They have no idea what they have. It's like Square having Chrono Trigger and not re-releasing it in a brand new type of way, a remaster or something like that. I mean, it will print money.
We're in the era of remasters and re-releases.
We really are, and I'm really thankful for that, for all the Lunar remasters and Suikoden remasters, and there's just so many of them now. I'm so happy that so many people can go out and buy them and play them and try out all these old games. Yeah, so like, what else like into RPGs were you doing that then?
Sure. Well, a lot of my RPG appreciation came from anime.
Yeah.
All right?
Definitely.
And I know you share that love with me
Yes.
and that stuff. But watching these crazy, beautiful stories being projected onto the games I was playing or in the cutscenes and stuff. So Lunar, right?
Yes.
Like, again, a lot of my exposure to these games was through gaming magazines.
Yeah.
Right? And I used to cut these pictures and I'll put them on my wall.
Oh, you did the same as I
Yes.
did. Yes.
And just think about how amazing these games looked, and then I finally got my hands on them, and there were hits and misses and stuff. But
Sure.
a lot of the hits.
So sometimes you have an amazing box that you play
Yeah.
the game, you're like, well, isn't that novel?
It's like album buying back in the 90s. You buy it based on
the cover art,
image, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it was just connecting that feeling that I would get from these animes.
Yeah.
And trying to recreate that in the game. That
Yeah,
I would play.
try to have that adventure
Yeah.
on your own, like and back then, and it really, and still is to this day, like the anime and the JRPGs were hand in hand.
Yeah.
And it really, there's this synergy between them. And I don't know if we have it exactly the same. Now games are their own thing,
Yes.
and then they'll make an anime of the game. But back then, I don't know. Maybe it was just because it was the '90s, and we were all into that '90s anime, and we had these JRPGs. We were correlating them together somehow as
I
well.
think so, I
Maybe
think so.
something, but it was a great time to be alive in the
Oh, yeah.
'90s
Oh, yeah.
with these JRPGs. It was just amazing. It was just amazing. How do you feel that games, how they become nowadays? Are you happy with the direction of like JRPGs these days? Are you unhappy with them, or
I'm going to say that I long for the past a lot.
a lot of, I'm with you, but I think we have to let go of the past at times to embrace today.
I think my biggest concern came from watching Final Fantasy go from turn-based to action.
I know.
You know? Yeah.
I do feel that as well. I mean, the funny thing is I think that they think, this is what I think Square thinks, that we have this combat, I think is alienating a lot of people. We need to make it up for a broader audience. So they made everything action combat, like Kingdom Hearts. They've done everything like that. But Atlas, with Metaphor Fantasio, shows you that we can have amazing turn-based combat. And I think even Square's like,
Okay.
And I just let's lose the action combat
Please.
and go back to. I think over the years, like Final Fantasy has been taking a bit of a hit, and with 15 and 16. And I think the reason why is because of the combat. I think it just feels untraditional.
It does, and it feels directionless.
We'd help you if we could.
I didn't mention that Yakuza.
Yeah.
Okay, Like a Dragon.
Oh yes.
That brought in the turn-based combat.
Yeah.
And that was the first game I played to completion.
Yeah.
In that series, I love the series.
The series is great, especially the new one in Hawaii is just amazing. I love that series. And it's funny, I was saying, they always are bringing out a new one every year, right?
I
can't keep up. I can't keep up. But I like trying to keep up, but I really wish they'd let the series breathe a little bit.
They do.
Give a couple of years.
Because they had that Feudal Japan one, they had another one, they had another one, and it's like, okay guys, take a break.
It's a lot and all of that, but what are you playing nowadays for JRPGs?
Right now, actually, I'm going back to Persona 3 Reload.
Okay, good.
I'm in the last third of the game.
Finish it.
You know?
Just get it done.
Metaphor I started, but I need to get to. Xenoblade Chronicles.
Right.
I need to.
Oh, I know.
X.
All these things are huge.
Yeah.
They are, and for everybody watching, they're a huge commitment.
Yeah.
And so you brought up a good point, like, oh my, I can't finish every game, you say, because there's so many of them and there's such time commitments.
Yeah.
Oh, just try to. I've often said this. Just try to have fun with them.
That's all you gotta do. Get your value out of it.
Get your value out of it personally. You don't have to like. Don't have to like live up to Kim's crazy things of getting, doing metaphor, 100 plus, hours in. You don't have to do that if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to live up to these top tier things. Just have some fun and play it to the point that you're okay with it, or go to the end. It's a total personal experience.
You heard it here first, guys. It's okay to not play sometimes.
Yeah,
You know?
it's okay. You bought a game and you played a bunch of levels and you're like, I think I'm okay, and then you move on to something else. I'll come back to this, and you don't feel guilty about it.
No, you're not any less of a gamer because you can't finish a game. And
yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, if you have a video game channel and you're talking about it, try to get through the game.
Yeah, at the very least.
Yeah, for what you're talking about. At the same time, if you just want to have fun and talk about something, like there's a lot of games I play for a short amount of time, for like 5-6 hours, and just do it like first thoughts on, and I'm like, yeah, I'll come back to that. Yeah. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, because I'm sometimes moving on to the next really big thing that I want to do a review on, that I have to spend a lot of hours on, and stuff like that.
I've always been jealous of people who can just pick a game, stick to it, get right through. I'm very much a mood kind of guy.
You're okay. I came up with this terminology years ago. It's called a video game gigolo. So I made it for my friend Andrew back in the day when he's like, oh, I'm playing this, I'm playing a bit of this, I'm playing this. I said, but what have you finished? I used to be really funny about that. He's like, well, I haven't done that. I said, you're a video game gigolo. Meaning that you kind of like with a little this and a little this.
You'll spend some time with each one of them.
Each one of them.
Closing it, seal the deal. Yes, we did it.
Bam! Nice work, y'all.
There's just one more game I wanted to mention
Yeah.
before we go. If you haven't ever had the chance to play Tokyo Mirage Sessions,
Oh yes, we have. We finished it.
you have?
Yep.
You
Yep.
gotta get out there and play it.
Kim did that one. We did it on the Wii U.
Yeah.
We did that version. I remember she always had the gamepad. It always kept dying. We were gonna plug it in. I always remember that. But she finished that game, and she really liked it. That was actually a pretty good game. It was neat that we were getting an Atlas game.
Yes.
Type
the
of
Fire
thing.
Emblem world sort of thing.
Exactly. They were kind of combining that.
Yeah.
That's a fun game, and they did bring it out on the Switch as
I got
well.
the copy on the
yeah,
Switch, too.
I got a copy on the Switch as well. We actually finished the final boss. We had Kim playing it an episode. I think it was like Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I can never say
It's a mouthful.
Oh, I remember when me and Kim were trying to like pre-order the game, and she couldn't say it right. She's like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and she had to say, yeah. And so I'm like, oh, I got this. And I'm like, hey, can you reserve Tokyo Mirage Sessions? Oh my God, I don't like totally, but we actually did the final boss, and Kim finished the final boss.
Amazing.
It says up there on the channel if you want to search it up. But Bret,
Hey.
thank you for coming out
Pleasure.
today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and definitely go to SharkPig Gaming down below. give him a subscription. He started his channel up. He's got some big episodes he wants to do in the future. And we had such a lot in common with Persona and the Shin Megami Tensei series in general. And I thought, hey, come on, let's just talk about RPGs in general. And yeah, definitely check his channel out down below. So anyways, guys, until next time.